That's a fantastic presentation about the product, which of course is the backbone of any business. So I think that, having seen that, I learned a lot tonight, and I'm sure that you spend hours going through that and learn even more. I'm going to talk a little bit about the company today, so you can understand where this all started from and how it fits in with the product that you just saw. Remember how to start this machine. Okay, sorry about the delay there. When was the last time that you were actually paid to learn something? I can't remember ever being paid to learn anything. Usually you have to pay, and quite a bit actually. When were you paid to share good information? If you go to a store and you buy a good product, you often tell your friends about it. And the store really doesn't come back and say, gee, thanks for giving us the business. Here's a little bit of money for doing that for us. So you're actually advertising for free. And I think that's something that we do all the time. Well, how would you like to be paid for doing that from now on? So what a concept that is, to actually get paid for bringing business to a company. Do this the primitive way here with the mouse. So who are we? What is the company? It's really an e-business company. It says here with 120,000 members in 190 countries. It's over 125,000 people now. And the ability to be able to get a company that works and operates in 190 countries is really amazing to me, that you can actually so quickly get involved in a business that does that. If you think about starting up your own company, you need a huge amount of money. You need a huge amount of know-how. You have to establish your websites, and the company is giving you this basically for a minimal amount of cash, and you're instantly up and running in any one of these countries that you can actually do the business. The company was launched just a little over 2 years ago, so it's almost like the birthday in February of 2005. And it's a debt-free company, which is really amazing for a startup company. Usually you're suffering in debt for several years when you first start your company. And it's one of the fastest growing companies. So it's really a ground floor for this business. They're the headquarters in Tulsa, Oklahoma, housed in that building. And here's the founder and his wife, Richard McCulloch. And the motivation for even starting the company was that Richard married his wife, who didn't speak any English, and he didn't speak any Spanish, which was her native tongue. So what a natural thing to try and do is to try and get languages so that people can communicate around the world. And everybody knows now, if you look around even just this room here, how many different cultures there are represented just in this small room. The world is changing, and we keep hearing the word globalization. I think we're really seeing that happening in a big way, and it's not going to stop. So there's the mission statement of the company: to provide quality instruction at a relatively low price, and to share a business opportunity to those people who are interested in the business. So here's what we offer. You saw that with the presentation previously by Deng Xiu. So you need a computer, and the whole family can get involved in learning. And you actually have 24-hour day, 365 days a year instruction, which is convenient to you. And I'm a school teacher, and I know that my students must come to me at a certain time of day, at a certain place, at a certain hour, and that's when they're able to learn mathematics from me. But in this case, we know how children particularly love to stay on the computer. It's a struggle to pull them away from the computer. So if they get anything to be able to learn on the computer, they're all over it right away. And they can learn how to navigate this site probably very quickly. So we saw the Learning Center, and I'll just quickly go through this part. We saw the kids section, individual lessons, one thing I want to mention, though, is that the site is constantly evolving. All new lessons are being added all the time. More languages are being added. I heard that French is going to be added within a month, so that will be yet another language. And it's growing and growing and growing. So if you are trying to learn one of these languages, you probably can't keep up to the pace that they're adding new modules, new sections to the actual the program. So it's an ongoing thing. So I think that's an important aspect to realize, that it's not a static thing. If you buy a book, the book is what the book is, or if you buy a CD, that's what you get, but it's not growing. And if you need to get something else, you have to buy more things, but that's not the case here. So passion to learn, 27 languages. Facts about the industry. 2 billion people will learn English by 2010. 2 billion people. That's just one of the languages that our program offers. 4 billion people want to learn Chinese by 2010. 4 billion people. Of course, where do we get most of the things that we buy in Canada here? It's from China. Where's most of the business being done now? China. We hear and read about China all the time, and this is according to the British Council. So the market is huge. The whole industry, I was just reading on the internet the other day, it's a $64 billion industry, education online. I went to a meeting of teachers just 2 weeks ago, and the superintendent of Richmond Schools said that he wants every student in the district within the next 2 years to take at least one course online. At least one course. So this is the way this is going. 25 years ago when computers first came out, they told us, oh, computers are going to do all the educating for us. Well, they weren't quite ready, but I think they're getting closer and closer now. And that's what's actually happening in the schools. And all of children, they know how to use the computer. You don't even have to teach them. If there's a manual to learn how to do it, they don't even read the manual. They just go to the computer and they try things. And that's what they do. So other languages, other countries, we saw that earlier. So this is now the business part. Enrolling in the business or enrolling to actually take lessons, there are 3 ways you can do that. With the basic pack of $79, you get 6 months of unlimited use of the website. You get your website, you get a free home-based business, and you get the kids section, the complete kids section. The advanced pack, as it's called, is $129. These are US dollars. And you get 1 year of the language. English, Spanish, plus 1 extra language. You get the business, you get the kids section, and you learn how to pronounce, just as you saw earlier in the lessons. If you want all the languages, all the full capability, the business English, computer education, internet education, Ameripack, and Accept, then it's $299 for the package. If you think of enrolling in a course with the Richmond School Board, probably it would cost you several $100s just for a couple of months to actually enroll in a course. So the price, I think, is very, very reasonable. And of course, it's available 24 hours a day. Many people say, oh, I'd like to learn something, but I can't because the classes are when I'm working, or I can't make it at that time. So they don't. So opportunity. The business, there's no paperwork because you see all the people here with computers. That's where all the business is done, right on the computer. You do not have paperwork. Shipping, handling, auto shipping. I was in several other network marketing companies before, and these kind of things are what really hamper your ability to do the business. I was in Amway in 1970 something, and people, there were not very many warehouses, not many products around, and someone would phone me up at 10 o'clock at night and say, I need some toothpaste. If I was in a hurry, I could get down to the warehouse where everything was kept and get that toothpaste, and I'd drive over to their home, give them the toothpaste, thank you very much, because if you don't service the people right away, you're not going to have them for customers very long. So I would do that, and guess what?